Welcome back everybody to the Charlton Athletic Career Mode. Today we are on episode 40. We are 40 episodes deep into this and we are currently sitting in 18th place in the Premier League table. Loving life. Well, loving life because we played really well against Chelsea last time, who did end up beating us 3-1 at the Valley in the opening day of the season. We played very well, encouraging signs. I'm not too worried about picking up points against, your Fulhams, your Bournemouths, Brightons, different teams, maybe even some of the big teams we can surprise, but that remains to be seen. So guys, we probably need to address a couple of positions in the squad in the loan market. So first and foremost, let's address the fact that Patrick Bauer's here. He of course has gone in real life. As I'm recording this video, it has not been confirmed that Joe Aribo or Tariq Fosu have left the club, but of course those three, I will be happy to sell them as and when they get sold in real life, because that's just how my brain works. Once they get sold in real life, I ship them out the career mode. But that's what we do with Colin Grant as well, I suppose. But yeah, we probably need to address right back, maybe also striker, and maybe also centre back in the loan market. We'll probably only end up going for one or two of the three positions I mentioned there, with right back being a bit of a priority position. But those are the three areas that I think we could do with a little bit more strength in depth. Obviously, Iheanacho and Brewster up front. Good two to rotate between, but then beyond that, I mean, we've got Suzuki, haven't we? But in the Premier League, we might just be able to nick a youngster off of a sort of bigger club and perhaps do that. But yeah, right back, like I say, is the area I really do want to address. So our next game is against Liverpool. If we go over here to the calendar, you will see that we have, where's the calendar now? Season? Yeah, it is in season. So we will have a very difficult month, or remainder of the month. Liverpool, Newcastle, and of course Leicester City. So three very tough games. I think we're going to pretty much write this Liverpool game off. I don't think we're going to do very well in that one. And then Newcastle and Leicester are two games that we can definitely get points from. So let's see how we do in these three games and see if we can get any new faces into the club. Alright, straight away, a little bit of good news. Rob Holding returns from his injury, is still carrying a bit of a knock, but we will be able to play him very soon. I don't think he'll be fit in time for the Liverpool game, but he is down here and recovering. So good stuff. Rightio, so a few right backs on the transfer hub right now. I don't think we're going to be able to get any of these, to be honest. We definitely can't get Fosu Mensah and Dumfries on loan because I already tried. Bogle, I don't think he's going to be rated highly enough. Byram, again, not the best, but we might be able to get him on loan. But again, he's not going to improve us because he's 74 rated. Durm would be good. I can't remember Anderson's rating. Durm can play all of the positions. Maybe he does want a loan to the Premier League for the season. Can we do that? No, we can't. So we're going to have to look at other options. Right, so one thing I am going to do is go over to Henry Rose in the Youth Academy, who has a potential of 75 to 89, and promote him. I'm going to promote him just so we have that as an option. We probably won't need to use it, but we do have it as an option. Lucero also, I would like him to go and get a loan spell. 17 years old. Look at that potential rating. Could be a massive player for us, so we're going to promote him to the senior team as well. Everybody else will leave, but that is one very small manoeuvre that we can do in order. Actually, I like the look of him as well, Romero. Thomas Romero. I think we're also going to promote him, and then we won't promote anybody else. But yeah, that is one thing that we can do in order to just, as an emergency right back, Henry Rose is there. Maybe now we've promoted him, his rating will start to go up quicker, but that remains to be seen. Anyway, we still need to address defence, or maybe even centre-back, actually, rather than right-back, because Oxford can play right-back, which I kind of forgot. So if we address centre-back, then we could also push Oxford out to right-back, which is an option, isn't it? Oh, this is difficult. Oh, I'll have to contemplate it. So straight away, after putting our youngster Silvio Lucero on the loan list, Colon, who I don't know where Colon come from, but they want him straight away on a 1-year loan deal. I don't know where they come from, but let's just trust the fact that they'll hopefully play him, will accept the offer. And also, interestingly, a bid has come in for Patrick Bauer. So it's a £3.9 million bid, so above his valuation, and it comes from Buenos Aires. Let's negotiate it. Alright, so I've just accepted an offer for Patrick Bauer. The offer was for 0.25 million, and he could be off now to Buenos Aires, which means we even further and even more desperately need to strengthen our centre-back position. So let's see how that materialises, and then possibly after this Liverpool game that's coming, we will need to really start addressing our defensive sort of frailties in terms of our squad depth. So good news, we're out of the relegation zone, having not even played any football since the first game. Bad news, we now have to play Liverpool away. It's a bit of a write-off, this one, really, isn't it? Is Rob Holding fit to start? He is not really ready, is he? I'll put him on the bench. I'll tell you what, I'll put him on the bench. And then we will carry on into this game now against Liverpool. Chelsea and Liverpool as the first 2 games of the season for a newly promoted club is very harsh. But we're going to go with it. We'll simulate the match, and let's hope it's not 5-0. That's all I can say. If we can get a draw here, it would be absolutely miraculous. They're actually playing a very weakened team. They do have Werner. They got Karius in goal, Fabinho, Oxlade-Chamberlain, who we tried to sign. Aribo puts us 1-0 up. What the hell? They've gone too weak. They've gone way too weak, but I'm worried about the subs that they're going to make. They have gone way too weak here, Liverpool, and they've equalised through Oxlade-Chamberlain. If we can get a draw here, please don't score another one. Who have they brought on? Firmino and Keita. That's dangerous. But we do take a point at Anfield. Anything can happen early on in the season. Joe Gomez and Joel Matip, the centre-backs. Gallagher and Hisaj is good. Yeah, like they played a bit of a weak team there. Ryan Kent, Ajaria. I wonder what their ratings are. But they left out Salah, Firmino, Van Dijk, Alisson. There's absolutely no excuse for that, Liverpool. You completely deserve to drop points there, to be honest. We did well, but that was Liverpool fielding out a pathetic squad there, really. All right, I'm just waiting for confirmation as there's a news story. Who will be the most impactful forward? I don't even know if that's a word. Mbappe, Martial, Lukaku or Lewandowski. Interesting selection. Bauer has been sold there. It is confirmed. We only get 3.3 million of the money, which is interesting. Lucero, I'm going to call him Lucero. I think Lucero is correct. Has been loaned out. And again, Hackett Fairchild, we just cannot sell this guy, unfortunately. Let's now address the very, very thin defensive line, okay, in the transfer market. I have to make a signing now. We have got Tom Lockyer on here. He is currently being scouted, I think. Oh, he's got traits, solid player and leadership. That could be a good player to get in, although I don't have any idea how much to offer. He's worth, doesn't say. Another player that I am looking at that I do like the look of is, where is he now? He's a centre-back somewhere from Derby, I think. Where has he gone? There he is, Tomori, Fikayo Tomori, good English youngster. Again, would fit straight into our first team if he needed to, and worth 7.5 million. Let's check our transfer funds and then we might go for Tomori. Right, so we don't quite have enough money for Tomori, I don't think, if we want to have some left over. Maybe we'll have to step down a little bit in quality. Okay, so I've relocated some scouts. So I didn't realise, but I had scouts set up in Chile and China, I believe it was, from way back when we were in like League One and the Championship. So we've just shipped them to Spain and Portugal respectively, so hopefully more players are going to filter through, and we might just have to survive a couple of games with a thinner squad, but we will be fine as long as we don't get any injuries. And now Rob Holding's coming back, we will be fine. It's just that we know going into this season we need to get somebody in the door, and here is this month's youth report. So let's get rid of a few of these players. Wow, he looks good, that we don't want. So Adalberto Vergara, let's reject him. Get this nice and condensed. Let's reject Montenegro. Unfortunately, we'll leave him for a bit. Let's get rid of Lisandro Benitez. Carrizo and Rodolfo Navarrete both look very, very good. I think we've got, what was it, your CDM? He's like a CDM and left back. That's actually a interesting number of positions. Let's sign both of these. Why not? We need some defensive people. And these two are goalkeepers. We don't want him. So we've got 3 that continue to be scouted. Okay. Nabi Sarr saying, boss, I think I'd make a great replacement for Bauer's vacant position. I hope you'll give me a chance. Naby, mate, fair enough. I like how you've knocked on my door and said, look, I'm still here and I'll play for you. I know you haven't had a lot of first team opportunities lately, but that is fair play to you, son. We are still going to sign someone, but, you know, it's nice to know that Naby is hovering around as a backup. So we are currently 18th. The home game against Newcastle is one of the few games I feel okay about going into a sim with. But where are Newcastle? They're actually second. They've won both of their games. Oh, that's dangerous. But then that would mean that I have to then go and sim Leicester away, which I don't want to do. Leicester are... Where are Leicester? They're also up there in third. Oh, mate. I think I'm going to sim it. I'm going to sim it. Anything can happen. We've got a strong squad. And I'm hoping that Newcastle had 2 home games, maybe, and that's why they won them both. Let's see what players they've got. Oh, they've gone straight away 1-0 up through Ki Sung-young. They haven't got like crazy players. They have signed Wolf, who's very good. They're number 7. Roger, I don't know. Muto. I think we could get a point here. I feel like we could get a point. They haven't got a terrible squad, but it's not the best. Are they going to beat us here? Hudson-Odoi comes on. I think they might beat us. Holding comes on. Don't get injured. Please score. Oh, he scored in the 90th minute. It took me a while to register what happened there, but Joe Aribo seems to be a bit of a saviour with these possibly very important points that we're getting. One thing I do want to point out is that whilst we may not be getting brilliant results at the beginning of the season, this team is all like 20, maybe even younger than 20, up to like 24, 25 years old. Like pretty much every player other than Lingard and Romero there are of that age. So naturally, they are going to be going up in rating, which will be huge for us as well. So I'm thinking towards the latter stage of the season, we might start seeing some better results. But that wasn't bad. You know, the characters are scoring the 90th minute. We know that Charlton have done that in the past. But Newcastle, maybe we could have got 3 points there. So ever so slightly disappointed. It does take us, though, up to 15th place. So out of the relegation zone where Crystal Palace, Bournemouth and Southampton currently sit. So we need to get our first win. Can that be against Leicester away? I hope so. At first, we do need to get some players, I've said it about 100 times now, some players through the bloody door. Our young Chinese defensive mid, Hu Kong, has accepted a 1-year loan to Gymnasia, so he's going to go and get some experience, hopefully. We're also trying to ship out a couple of our strikers, like Thomas Romero, a couple of our youngsters out on loan as well, so we'll see how that materialises. Okay, this guy could be our saviour. Pedro Porro is a player that's been scouted from Spain. He plays for Girona. He's 20 years old, and he actually has quite a cheap release clause, to be perfectly honest, but he may be good enough to come in on loan. They're not interested in loaning him though. I don't know what his rating is, and it's going to take too long for him to get scouted. Oh dearie me. Guys, we might have to raid Manchester United once again. This guy, Tuanzebe, he can play centre-back and right-back, and he's a great age, and I don't think he'll be getting in the Man United squad. And yeah, they're going to let us loan him. This could be the perfect player. So this is going to be our 4th player from Manchester United. At this point, we are basically Man United B. But yeah, this could be a saviour of a loan signing here, to be perfectly honest. Is he going to come into the club? He is going to come in time for the game against Leicester. That is good. Axel Tuanzebe is available. We have really raided Manchester United this season. Let's go into the squad hub and just put him on the bench, or maybe not. I don't know. Let's see who's on our bench currently. I do like to organise my defenders, but yeah, who's on the bench? It is Rob Holding, who is fit to play now. So actually what we can do is maybe drop Dick Steele and switch Oxford to right back, and then put Tuanzebe on the instead of Dick Steele, maybe, because Solly can play left back as well. I think that's how we'll go for now. But yeah, that's going to be a big signing. 22 years old, so you can only imagine him going up in rating over the course of the season. And let's get into a game now against Leicester with a stronger looking squad automatically, with Rob Holding coming back in. Here we go, live from the King Power Stadium. It's Leicester City against Charlton. There is the matchday Premier League ball. And here come the two teams out of the tunnels. Let's see how both teams line up today. Just showing us there that Leicester are 9th in the table and Charlton are 16th. We haven't got a win to our name yet, but hopefully today that will change. Here are the players to watch, apparently. I was about to say the lineups, but here are the players to watch, followed by the lineups. Leicester City lineup as follows. It's Schmeichel in goal, Pereira, Benkovic, Maguire and Elder at the back. Maddison and Didi and Barak in the middle of the park, and Gezal, Ings and Gray. Interesting front line there. up top for them. They've got Albrighton, Diabate, Lascelles, Chowdhury, some decent players on the bench. Here comes the Charlton team. Sergio Romero looking to have a better performance than he did against Chelsea today. Oxford, Holding, Foyt and De Silva make up our back line. Aribo, Koopmeiners and Lingard. Hopefully Aribo can continue his goal scoring form, and Lingard as well. And then up front, Stengs, Iheanacho and Lanez. Let's go. Here's Rob Holding. Switches the play nicely to Jay De Silva, whose touch could be better, but he just about gets away with it. It's Jesse Lingard, quite deep, and he's going to run forward now after giving the ball to Aribo, who we know can get up the pitch very well. Little turn from Aribo. Let's knock this out wide. Let's go to Jesse Lingard and to Iheanacho. To Aribo, over to Stengs, who can hopefully get a shot in near post. Schmeichel does well to react down low at his near post. Here's Demarai Gray, who takes on Reece Oxford quite well. And he's looking to give the ball to the left back Elder, who gets it into the box, and Romero does very well to, not a lot of pressure on him really, but does well to catch it nonetheless. Here comes Jesse Lingard, Joe Aribo with the ball, little one of those that works very well in single player mode. Here we go, it's Iheanacho, releases the ball to Koopmeiners, that's onside hopefully. Jesse Lingard with the finesse and the goal as well. Is it onside? It is onside, and we take the lead at the King Power Stadium. It's Jesse Lingard who's going to do the worm. 20 minutes played and we take the lead. That is a nice goal as well, actually. Koopmeiners released him just at the perfect time. I had a slight feeling it was offside, but it wasn't. Let's have a look at this replay. Little turn, Koopmeiners. Oh, you can see how I thought that was offside. And good finish from Lingard. That's 2 I've scored with him, actually, so he could be a nice player to look to get those kinds of finesse from the edge of the box shots off with. So Lingard puts us 1-0 up. Great tackle from Rob Holding. Rob Holding looking like a very sure defender back there. Here's Demarai Gray. Back to Elder. I keep wanting to call him Elderflower, but obviously it's not his name, so I won't. Here's Gezal. Gezal to Maddison on the edge of the box. Maddison, who he tried to sign, gives the ball away to Joe Aribo. Now here comes Lanez. Great bit of skill. Here is Iheanacho. Let's knock this back inside. Where's the run? Is that onside? It is onside. Oh, it's offside, and Aribo will almost go for the finish. But he was just marginally offside. I wonder how close that was. Let's have a look. And yeah, just one stride offside there, unfortunate. Here's Diego Lanez. Little quick pass to Iheanacho. Great lofted through ball out to Calvin Stengs. Calvin Stengs finds the right pass to Iheanacho. Lingard to chip it over one more time. Little chip for Lanez. Back to, I think it was Iheanacho with his right foot who blasted it over in the end. If he went with his left foot maybe, I don't know if he could. Nah, that was definitely a right-footed take, wasn't it? Had to be. Blasted over anyway by Iheanacho. 1-goal lead is never enough. Here comes Wilfred and Ndidi. Lots of nice quick passing between the Leicester players. Gezal coming down the right wing now. Silva almost beaten, but uses his pace to recover. Maddison to Danny Ings. Danny Ings in the box. Back to Barak. Maddison at the near post. And Romero's near post again looked a little bit open, but fortunately for us, Maddison, who again we tried to sign, look at that space at Romero's near post, mate. What is going on? Yeah, but luckily Maddison put it wide anyway. Elder might be able to get it in the box here. It's offside. It's actually half time, sorry, not offside at all. We are leading at the break. Jesse Lingard with the goal. 2 attempts, 1 goal to his name. He has been a very good signing so far, it would seem. And just the right injection of quality and hopefully enough injection of quality to help us survive in the Premier League this season. If we can carry on, this game with a 1-0 deficit, maybe even improve on it and eventually take the 3 points, it will be a very nice day out in the Midlands. Let's carry on into the second half. I don't need to make any subs yet, but soon enough we will maybe need to shore up this game a bit. Here's Juan Foyt switching the play over to Reece Oxford. He's going to, oh, that's not what I wanted to do there. But we do pick up the ball anyway. It's Reece Oxford again. Oh, and he's lost the ball a second time, Reece Oxford. Here comes Demarai Gray down the left. Please, mate, don't do it to us. Little dummy. Inside to Barak, back to Gray, back to Barak, back to Gray. Looking for space. Here comes the cross, and there's the goal. Romero beaten by Danny Ings in the air. Don't know if the defence could have done better there, but unfortunately we do concede, and that was all down to Reece Oxford losing the ball twice there. It was, again, not what I actually meant to do. It wasn't the player that I was looking for with the original cross, or not cross, lofted pass. But eventually the mistake means that Demarai Gray and Danny Ings link up, and let's just see who he could have jumped way earlier. I think that was Jada Silva, not ideally who you want defending it, but not the best. Not the best at all. Double substitution now. We're going to bring on Brewster for Iheanacho, who hasn't had the best game. We're also going to bring on Fosu, sorry, forgot who it was then, for Aribo, who is just a little bit knackered. Stengs is getting into the game, otherwise I would have subbed him off, but I feel like he could be good in the latter portion of this game here. Lingard to Calvin Stengs to Koopmeiners. Brewster looking to release somebody. It's going to have to be Lingard with the shot. Lingard might get a second bite. Here is Ryan Brewster from outside the box. Good shot and good save in the end from Schmeichel. Corner ball. Let's put this into the mixer. And again cleared. I can't do corners on single player mode. I'm so bad at them. Albrighton. Oh, look at that. It's going to have the run on Foyt, I think, here. Ricardo in the area. Another cross from Demarai Gray. Probably upcoming. He's a very tricky player. And he puts one again. Again, I stress again, at Romero's near post. And if that was on target, would it have gone in? Maybe. Romero does not cover that near post well, man. He really doesn't. Let's try and get the winner anyway. Chowdhury releases Albrighton, who's very, very mean with his crosses, by the way. Oxford gets it away brilliantly. And now we could have one chance. It's Koopmeiners, who is going to find holding to Hudson-Odoi and Brewster. This is Brewster against Chowdhury here. Brewster gets the touch. Brewster inside. Brewster with the shot. Brewster with the last minute winner. Ryan Brewster. That is why he is our number 9 this season. The young Liverpudlian lad's finishing is sublime off either foot, to be honest with you. And that is a brilliant last minute winner from the lad. Great touch. Little cut inside to sell Chowdhury, I think it was. And bang, past Schmeichel to get Charlton's first 3 points of the Premier League season. That is a fantastic, fantastic goal. And actually, he's got a claim to start ahead of Iheanacho now, because he has been a bit more clinical than Iheanacho in recent episodes, I suppose. But that's his first goal in the Premier League, and a bloody important one it is as well. And the full-time whistle goes. The score, of course, is Charlton 2, Leicester City 1. We take 3 points at the King Power Stadium. Great result, really good result, because Leicester City, let's not forget, won the league 3 years ago. And of course, they have a very solid Premier League team, pushing for sort of 6th and 7th place, I would suggest. And like Harry Maguire, Danny Ings, again, a quality striker. And ultimately the difference was Jesse Lingard and Ryan Brewster's quality there. So that will hopefully put us more towards mid-table now. And that is a great way actually to end off today's episode. And actually, yeah, I can't argue with Koopmeiners taking the man of the match there. He got 1 assist, as well as Hudson-Odoi making the impact with an assist. And yeah, I feel like that was a very good little substitution to do right at the end there. Stengs had a difficult opening to the game, grew into it and then got tired. Yeah, Koopmeiners absolutely ran the midfield today. Aribo played well, I think. And yeah, Oxford played well, but he was liable for a couple of mistakes. In the end, it appears that Rob Holding went out to right back, which I did not intend to happen. But nonetheless, there we go. Good performance from the boys and a great 3 points to help us this Premier League season. And so as we end off today's episode, we can see in front of us that it is going to be transfer deadline day. Next episode, that is what we're going to be spending our time doing. Let's just check these office notifications. A final report on Zappacosta, a final report on Callum Britton, who could be an option as well. 67, no, he's not an option really, is he? Loan offer and a transfer offer for Page. We'll ignore the transfer offer for Page. We'll accept the loan offer for Wren, and that is going to be it for this episode, guys. As I accept that offer, yeah, make sure you let me know if there's any final sort of bits of business that you want me to do on transfer deadline day. Just to make that clearer, I'll open the squad up again. Probably now we've sold Bauer, a centre back short. Tom Lockyer. Could be his turn to get signed by Charlton in this career mode. But yeah, that is it, guys. Make sure you take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next episode, and I'll see you later. Sweet.